I know somebody out here did something great this week. Winzo Raps, what up? Quintendo, what up?
Charge Simpson.
Yes, sir. Charge Simpson.
Young H2O Ab, what up? Young Chambers.
H2O, what up? What up?
Chambers, what's good, bro?
There he is, Chambers. We're going to be getting into that theme song by you real fast. We all set up? We all good?
Yep, we Gucci.
All right, man. Welcome, everybody. This is the beginning of the show. This gentleman to my right is Pod Strickland, and I am Dennis Podman.
Yeah, I like that one.
And yeah, man, we here, man. Little pick and roll.
Dennis Podman, you gotta dye your hair like purple. Yeah.
I'm with it. So without further ado, man, let's jump into this theme song by Young Chambers.
Hey.
You are now watching the Unquantized Podcast. Tune in on Instagram and YouTube to build with the producer community. Live on Fridays, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Lego.
What's good?
Let's see. Okay, let's see. What's Quintino? What up, bro?
Somebody said sent out my first placement beat. All right,
Cool.
Yeah, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you.
Hopefully you get lots of Billboard chartage.
There you go.
May your beats flourish.
Just thank Unquantized at the award ceremony.
May your 808s thump and your kicks smack.
For sure.
And your snares be crispy.
For sure.
I made my first beat and it's it hit the top list in Dubai. Oh snap!
Damn.
Okay,
First
I like
beat?
that. The first one.
Killing.
All right, man.
Killing.
I need that Dubai plug, bro. I'm
Right.
trying to go over there and ride four-wheelers and some sand dunes or something.
Facts. Oh, got the whole month off. Much needed, man.
Oh, bro.
Congratulations to you.
I'm trying to be like you when I grew up.
Hey, just don't get in trouble.
Yeah,
That's a lot of free time right there.
that is very true. Simply thankful to see another weekend. Hey, can't be mad at that answer.
Go ahead
at all.
on the square. I see you, man. That's a
good
fact.
answer. Bay Area, shout out to the Bay, man.
Definitely, man. Shout out to the Bay. The Bay. I was about to say the Bay don't get enough credit when it comes to hip hop, but I think they do, man.
Oh, yeah,
Ain't nobody
man.
sleeping on the Bay. Yeah,
E40 had me want to grow some dreads.
bro. E40 had a lot of people want to do a lot of things. That man is the king
Bruh.
of the slang, bro.
E40 is like my not favorite rapper. It's like he's not my favorite rapper, but every time I hear it, I like it.
His personality, kind of like Snoop.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, like damn, man, I just want to hang out with you, man.
Right around my paper, get my scraper. Ponzu, what up, man? Shout out to Ponzu. He been sending me a bunch of just random music, keeping me inspired. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's fire.
He been on it.
That's super fire.
Been making money all week purely off music. Ooh, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Bricks Dane will be happy.
Money. Yo, in case y'all didn't catch it, after this show today, you can go back and watch last week's podcast where we interviewed Bricks Domain and Diego Ave. Bricks he's a different type of guy, man. And, Diego, super knowledgeable, friend of the show. I think that podcast is one of our best, to be honest with you, man. It's super fire. Also, we done changed a few things. We are now back on iTunes. We're now on Spotify.
Hey.
Of course, we're on YouTube, man. We're on Stitcher now, iHeartRadio. We are everywhere. All the Google podcasts, Overcast, everywhere.
Tom Joyner Morning Show, Ricky Smiley in the morning.
Steve Harvey Morning Show that he probably don't even have no more.
What is it? The Dirty Boys, E.T. and J. Just name it.
Smoking Nation says hilarious ass interview. World Changer, what up, bro?
Yo, shout out to World Changer, man.
Yeah, last week's interview was kind of nuts.
We need to get Flo and Bricks on one interview.
I
don't know if the world would be
ready.
ready.
The world can't take all that. That's a little too much, man. That's a little too much. So, bro, how was your week?
It was cool. I'm back in the studio.
That's right.
I took a little break. But Diego came out here. Diego always be, he's like, bro, you gotta get in the studio, you gotta cook up. So, work with him, Go Grizz, Puda Fool was there. Who else was there? Oh, Squat Beats. Nice. A bunch of, man, I think my thing is making beats by myself. It gets boring after a while. But when you collabing and you in a room, bro, all these producers I named, bro, they so fire, bro. Like, everybody's like super crazy. So it's like it pulls something out of you. It make you like, all right, I gotta really step up.
Yeah.
So we made this one joint is crazy.
Super crazy.
Yeah. So that was cool. I was glad to be back, man.
Man, that's dope. That's like you hit the excellent combo. The combo of making beats with other people and also being in the studio.
Yeah, I love it.
The change of environment and the collaboration aspect with dope producers.
It's different.
That's
Sending
what
stuff on the internet is cool, but it don't inspire you like being in the room. When somebody like, I don't know if y'all know Go Grizz, but look him up, man. Grizz is incredible, dog. Like when I say he's fire, bro, he's like a alien or something, bro. He's like production wise, he's on some other. So seeing that, and then you'd be like, all right, cool. I can't be playing around over here.
Everybody I know that know Grizz say the same thing about him.
Bro.
Like, yeah, he
Fire,
crazy.
bro.
Super crazy.
It's scary fire, bro. Like,
damn,
he's like that.
Scary fire.
Oh, what about you? How was your week?
Man, my week was actually good, man. It was calm. Man, I'm just trying to find. I've been trying to find balance this week, man. Like, get into life, like for real, not make it so much about like, business and doing and money and all that shit. It's the end of the year, man. I'm just trying to appreciate things. Still get things done, but just step back a little bit and be more appreciative of what's going on. Kind of take it easy, man. Been trying to find some balance, man. A little perspective,
Have you planned out your goals for 2020 yet?
Yes. Keep doing what I'm doing every day. just trying to be better every day. I've never been big on New Year's resolution.
Yeah, I try to start early. I try to start like September, October of just planning what I'm gonna do for the rest of the year. Because it's like it's always based on the same stuff. It's just like, all right, what did I do bad? What did I do good? How can I tweak it?
Facts.
Am I, aiming for the right stuff? And that's pretty much it. Because I feel like when you wait till January 1 to start on something, it's like, all right, I'm gonna do it, and then you end up falling off.
Yeah, a lot of people start planning on the first. I'm like, nah, I don't, not planning on the one. You can't. You
jamming on the.
You can't do that. Like as far as like business and projects and stuff, I'm scheduled out to the end of March already.
Dope.
But it's like, it's just certain life shit that that I want to get in order. So.
Only like 3 people got that jamming on the one reference.
Come on, y'all.
Ooh, Larry O, what's popping, bro?
Young Larry.
You get me.
What up with you?
Larry got one of the best branding. Because now every time I think his name, I think of the phrase.
Oh, yeah. That's a fact. Come on, man.
Solidified, bro.
My man was like, he was watching Different Strokes one day. Was like, you know what? What's you talking about? What that young boy get me. You get me. That's going to be my what you talking about, Willis. You get me.
Young Simba got it. What up, bro? I talked to Simba earlier, man.
Man, shout out to him, man.
Shout out to the family. Let's see. That's exactly what I was talking about, Soundracle. The networking with other producers is definitely more motivating. Super facts, bro.
Yep.
Let's see. It's hard to duplicate the moments of being inspired on the spot in person by other producers when you're alone, bruh. That was my issue, bruh. I'm spoiled by the studio, right?
Yeah.
Because I had this humongous room with all these speakers that I could like jam out, and I would just invite people over. At the crib, I mean, I got a nice setup, but it's like, I don't think it'd be so loud,
Yeah.
I didn't have many people coming through, and it's like, it gets boring. But whenever I'm in the studio and I catch that vibe, and I'm around people, it's like, it's totally different. I feel like I'm a different producer in those situations. And all my best records, I feel like I was around other people.
See? That's a fact. And also, wouldn't it be amazing, like, if you could get all those same people in that studio environment just there at a decent time, though? Because it always seems like it's a crazy time of night.
Bro, Diego, when he was out here, they work at, like, they started, like, their morning is, like, 12 a.m. That's when they start. They'll be in the studio till, like, 10 a.m.
So, speaking of late night studio people, shout out Timbo the King in here. Hey, shout out to Tim. God. Man, Tim, I was talking about this on the show before, how when I first started working with you, it would be like the middle of the night, session starting at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
You already tired.
I'm beat. I'm in the bathroom going to sleep, just trying to catch a little 3 minutes.
That'd be the worst, though. You splashing water on your face, like, you got it. Come on.
Yeah, I had to get conditioned, but it's always great, like when you're in the studio and everybody's there cooking and the whole plan come together. So I'm happy you got to do that, man. For sure.
Tim says, I don't late night anymore.
Oh man, good. Bro, I would be there all day, and then it's like, all right, it's time to go to the studio. That's just for my body. Like, yo, it's time to go to bed.
And bro, I was on daddy daycare time, so I had to take my daughter to like her grandmother's and stuff. So I was up at like 6. So I was up there whole day, and then they called me at 1 o'clock to come to the studio, and they're gonna be there till 10 in the morning.
Oh yeah,
I was coffeeed up, bro.
You was done. Man. Also, before we get too far into the show, man, not to change the tide of the vibe and everything, but R.I.P. Young Juice WRLD.
Oh man, super sad, man.
Yeah, that was tough to start the week off with. That was super tough. Man, just condolences to his family, condolences to all his fans and all that. If there's anything positive out of this, I've been seeing a lot of people make like a lot of dope art, like Juice WRLD art, a lot of Juice WRLD inspired, music, and
I feel like he was so talented as far as like freestyle and then his melodies. I always like really loved how he approached the record. Like he was on like almost like some Nirvana, but he was still with rap, and I like the way he bridged it. So I feel like that's gonna carry on. I feel like he's gonna super influence. Yeah. Between him and X and that sound that everybody was kind of going to, they're gonna super influence people, and it's gonna keep going on.
Young rock star shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
love it, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm envious. People that they be out here with the vest with no shirt, living like a rock star.
Yeah, I'm not that brave right now.
Nah, my vest and no shirt days. All right.
Our vest game is real weak right now.
How many? You ain't got no vest in the stash?
No Joe Buttons out here. No vest.
Yo, you crazy. Also, man, shout out to Oral Soul Beats. He provided a whole bunch of dope ass topics.
Dope.
For this show. Real quick, I'm gonna get into one of those questions because this is a good one. He says, "Is placing a sample in your DAW and just playing some drums on it considered producing or acceptable, or should you be doing more?"
Well, I think that's kind of like a trick question in a way, because I feel like producing is not just making a beat.
Well, beat making.
Yeah. If you just beat making, then it's like, I mean, you could do it. It's been plenty of records. It's just a sample and drums,
Yeah. You know what? I happen to agree with that. I know what people get at with, you should be flipping and chop. The goal is to make a great song. Mm-hmm. And I think we bog ourselves down too much with what to do with the beat and what the rules are. Once again, this is art, and technically there shouldn't be any rules.
Right.
You know what I mean? You should be able to do whatever you want to do. With the goal, the combo should be artistic freedom with the goal of creating a dope song that all people are going to enjoy, or a lot of people are going to enjoy. When you think like that, you don't have time to be like, am I cheating, or should I use a sample, or should I use a loop? Like, man, produce, make something dope.
I feel like it's about the outcome, and it's not just about the beat. So if the sample and a snap makes sense with the song, then it's like, that's what you do. I feel like we overthink it a lot.
Yeah. As producers, man, we gotta get away. Yeah, Timbo said, just create. Exactly, Tim. He's the master of just sitting down and then just doing whatever he feels. You know what I mean? Whether it's beatboxing or just tapping something out real quick.
Right.
And I never seen him be like, man, I don't know if I should use that. Or I don't know if I should do this. Or whatever. Because that would just stop the whole vibe. You kill the vibe, you kill the music, you kill the money, you kill your dreams. You kill
all bad.
Yeah, it's all bad. You know what I mean? Creative, what up, bro? See you in here.
Let's see.
I know we missing something in the chat.
Let's see what they said. Whatever works is the only right answer. Super facts.
There you go.
See, that's all ego. Just make good songs.
Ego. We have to separate the ego, man. Death to the ego in 2020.
What about a voice sample from Splice as a hook? Will I get flagged?
Well, all Splice stuff is royalty free. So no, you won't. No, you definitely won't. And keeping in vain with that, another question you had was, what can producers do to sharpen their ear?
Ooh.
I got a few suggestions. If you all have suggestions, feel free to type them down here.
I feel like, man, one is just being a student, bro. Like,
Mm.
I'm always like, like those, like, I go on Who Sampled, because I want to
Oh, yeah.
hear how someone flipped a sample.
Oh, yeah.
Even if I know what the sample is, it's like, all right, cool. This many people flipped it.
Yep.
And they all flipped it totally different, Or I'm listening to genres that's not the same, Because I feel like if you only listen to trap music, you kind of
You
locked
boxed
in.
yeah.
But all the people that you really like, they have influences of other stuff. Like Mustard's whole run was a lot of that 80s, 90s house music kind of vibe to it. He just figured out how to flip it. And I feel like that's what made him so dope. It's like
He got in the CC Peniston bag
Yeah.
and flipped it.
yeah, it's like he took something that we loved and it's like he flipped it another way and it's like, oh, that's crazy. That's creative,
Yeah.
Tim with the samples and the Indian and the Celtic samples, all that, like we hadn't heard that before,
Yeah, you gotta branch out, and it's such a big world. The world itself is huge, but when you're talking music, the world is super huge.
Yeah.
So that's the best way. You hit the nail right on the head. The best way is to just be more eclectic, listen to different genres, listen to different music from different countries. Also, some fly shit that I saw that I really want to get into. It was somebody being interviewed on Producer Grind. Shout out to Producer Grind.
Hey, shout out to them.
I can't remember his name, but he had perfect pitch
Oh
detection.
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
Damn,
about.
I'm so mad. I forgive me for not knowing your name, but yeah, you hit a note. You like, hey, be flat, whatever.
Oh, he was killing.
That is amazing, and that lets you know how far you can go. And they're actually ear training tutorials on YouTube.
Do you think? Have you tried them?
I did, but I wasn't serious enough about them. I just like, let me check it out. See what it is.
Right.
And actually, if you're in the Ableton, there's some Max for Live ear training plugins.
For real?
Yep, they'll put out a random tone or a random note, and you have to guess the notes. Kind of like the game.
Chamber said Kyle Stemberger.
Kyle Stenberger.
Yeah, that's it.
That was his name. Man, shout out to you, Kyle. You are a beast, cause for sure.
And I hear a lot of engineers can do that too with like frequencies. Like Amon is like that.
Yeah, realistic's like that too.
Yeah, he'd be like, oh yeah, that's that 2K. Turn it down right there. I'm just like, bro, I have no
32.17. I'm like, yeah, Slim. I have no clue. Hold on, I know a few people got some.
See, I've been in my New Jack Swing vibe again.
Okay. Shout out to Teddy.
Can't go wrong with that. Learn one thing I say to help me learn music theory. It does very much help. I mean, I agree, man, because it's like you gotta know some of the language to speak the language. You can't have a conversation with somebody without knowing the language. Like I'm not the biggest music theory person, but I know enough to be like, if someone plays something, I can follow what they got going on.
Right. I mean, that's pretty smart. Also, the benefit to learning music theory I found is, as a producer, you naturally know a lot, but you don't know how to articulate what you know.
Right.
Like, forever, I didn't know scales or chords or whatever, but I knew if this note works, 5 up. 5 notes up, work 5 notes. But I didn't know what it was called. I didn't know what I was doing. And the thing is, once you start to bridge the gap with what you already know and you know how to articulate it and you know what it's called, that gets your mind working in a different way. And now you're like, oh, I can flip it this way.
Right.
And you can tell people what you're doing. And it makes it better when you're in a session with people, too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because they can say something to you in music language and you know exactly what they're talking about. You ain't got to be like,
What that is, shawty?
one more C here.
Right. Calvin Harris makes dope music. Yo, Calvin Harris is he's in my top of like my favorite producers.
Yeah.
He's up there. I really enjoy all his projects.
Fact.
And bro, he's a beast, bro, because he writes the records. He's producing the records. He's singing on the records.
Go out and DJ and perform.
Bro, and then DJ, bro.
Yeah.
Like that We Found Love, bro. He killed that joint, bro.
Think about how much of the pie you getting all the way around. That's a self-contained unit.
Killing, bro.
Down to DJing and performing. Yo, speaking of, I was gonna say speaking of the devil, but not so much. Bricks Domain is in the building.
Shout out to Bricks, man.
You know he's talking about you. That interview from last week, bro.
Yo, the Bricks interview, I feel like is a classic. It's gonna go down in history.
Oh yeah.
If you didn't learn anything, get you some money.
Yeah.
Be about your bread.
Yeah, he gonna tell you, get your money. If you gotta watch that one, and you gotta watch the Brian Michael Cox interview.
Oh yeah, those are two.
Yeah. Here's a decent, really decent question too here. Why do you think some producers struggle with business as a whole?
Because I feel like business and creative are two separate parts of your brain.
I think that's the beginning of the problem.
It's for me, if I'm on business mode, it's hard for me to be creative. Like this year, I've been more on business mode, and it's been hard for me to be in the studio and sit down because I'm thinking about all the other business stuff. And as soon as I start getting into creative mode, I'm totally out of. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this business stuff right now.
Dog.
So I feel like you gotta have like systems in place to kind of jump between them and do this or that, because it's creativity is about being free, and then business is about structure. It's kind of against each other in a way.
Polar opposites.
Yeah.
Well, while I get my take on this too, I want to ask y'all, in creative and business, what is your ratio? For instance, are you 50% creative and 50% business? Like, honestly, what is your ratio in any given week? But I think you hit the nail right on the head. Like, as producers and musicians, like, we want to create so much all the time that and it's so much fun, we exhaust ourselves and then don't have anything left, not only to not do business, but to even learn business. Because I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people in here now, they know how to make a beat a million different ways, but they don't know how to market their stuff. And it just comes from, I think a lot of times we just spend too much time doing the thing that we love. And since that's like the real bread and butter of what's going on, we kind of think that's it. And you don't know, it's like an iceberg. Like, that's just the part you see at the top. Like, what really makes you a Timbo or Brick's Domain or something like that is the 90%.
All the other stuff.
That business and how to get it out there. Otherwise, you just got a hard drive full of fire beats.
That's why I think you got to have a team. Like, you could do, like, somebody's in the podcast last week talking about, like, be your own lawyer, do all this. And I'm just like, you watching the Russ interview. It's different for Russ because Russ' dad, I believe, is a lawyer, or he's something in business, right?
Yeah, you'll have outliers. Bro.
Yeah, and it's you should know and look over this stuff, but you need to have somebody that's really good at what that is in place, because it's so hard to split your focus and do this and do this and do this, and you're not going to be good at any of it, if you split your focus like that. But if you focus on one and understand how the others work, you can kind of manage it.
There you go. Having a team really helps, bro.
I feel like that's the key, is having a good team around you.
Yeah, and you gotta apply the stuff that you know. Like, even knowing that you gotta have a team. So, a lot of people listen to that, but very few people are like, I should probably look into who I need on my team, or how to even get people on my team, or stuff like that. And I think we're in an age of, we know a lot, but we don't do the most. We do what we like to do. We do what's convenient for us to do and what's in our comfort zone. But I think a lot of producers, to get back around to the question, a lot of producers struggle with business just because we simply don't spend as much time educating ourselves with the business as we do with the music.
And it's difficult too, because I feel like in business you got to be a bad guy. So it's hard to be a creative in the room with people and be the bad guy. Yeah. So that's why I'm one of the people that if I don't have a manager, I have to have somebody that's the bad guy in certain situations. Somebody's going to Somebody's going to deal with it, because it's like, you don't always want to be the guy's like, yo, bro, we need to figure out this bread and this ain't going to work. Because then people take it personally when you doing it. Yep. In certain situations you got to, but to me it's easier when you got somebody that can bridge that gap and separate it for yourself, so you can stay creative and be cool with the people and build the relationships, and then they can do the dirty work of keeping it,
Yo, that is not... Don't sleep on that advice. Please don't. Shout out to whoever just purchased that. Don't sleep on that advice. Tim, I don't know if Timbaland's still in here, but that is one of the first pieces of advice he gave me the first year I started working with him. He was like, you need a bad guy. Oh. I had no one had ever told me that before.
That's real.
He's like, man, you need a bad. You're a nice dude. Mm-hmm. You need a bad guy, and that shit stuck with me since then. So shout out to Tim for that advice. And yeah, you're absolutely right, bro.
Beats Music says, when are we gonna get Timbaland on the podcast?
That's a good question, man. We talked about it before. He said he down to do it. We just gotta do that.
Yeah, just show Tim some love. Let him know.
Yeah, just hit him up, man. You know. Yeah, just hit him up. Ask him to come on Unquantized. Yeah, we would love to have him on there. That would be a great interview.
We'll see. 95 creative, 5% business.
See, that sounds.
Oh, is that his personal, or is that? Because I feel like it. I feel like it's got to be way more business because it's the music business.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what people are doing. That's what people are doing now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like you gotta look over it. You know, it's not one of the things you could just let it just run itself. You have to like check back over it. It's like accounting and stuff like that. You can hire an accountant, but you need to understand like your returns, what you getting back, like, you know, because if not, they'll mess you up, and then you be on here short, you know, looking crazy.
Man, my advice, and it don't work like this for everybody, but if you can divide your week up into half business, half creative. I know it's 7 days in a week, so one thing is gonna get 4 days, one thing is gonna get 3 days. I think that will really help. At least you will be mindful of the fact that you need to work on that, because it's a shame that so many of us are sitting out here and just got a whole bunch of beats,
not sending them out,
and a whole bunch of beats and questions. That's what producers got. Like, I got all these beats now. What do I do,
man?
Because you spent all time on YouTube watching Busy Works Beats music theory videos, so now you can play piano, but you didn't watch any business videos.
Right. Corey code that. No, shout out to Busy, man. Busy, man. We gotta get on. Where Busy at, man?
Right.
I need to get on Call of Duty.
You know what's crazy? Busy has never been on this show.
That is very true.
We've done live events with Busy where we've done the show from that event, and he's been to our live event.
That is very true.
Oh, yeah, he has yet to be on this show.
Damn it, Busy.
Busy had a podcast when he had a podcast back in the day. I was on his show. That's the first time.
Oh yeah, I was on his joint.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. And the live joint. Yeah, we was on there.
Yeah, we gotta fix that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
We need Tim on here. We need Busy. We need Bricks back on here.
Yeah, we need them all.
It's like Pokemon. See, what would be a good book for music business? Man, it's quite a few actually.
Facts.
It was Everything You Need to Know About the Music Business. Classic. They always updating. I feel like Tim's book would be a good one.
Yes.
I feel like Russ just dropped a book. I haven't checked it out yet.
That's dope that we're in a time where a lot of people that relate to us and are from our generation that we really respect are dropping books with knowledge.
Didn't Teddy Riley drop a book too?
That I don't know.
I feel like he did.
Should I ask? Alexa, did Teddy Riley come out with a book?
I don't know that.
No, she was no help.
Who is Teddy Riley?
And I apologize to anybody who's watching the replay.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
That's like that record Tech played us.
Oh yeah, that was smart though. Yeah.
Shout out to that. That game album's going pretty crazy. It's a great album. I ain't even gonna front.
Yo, I seen him post a joint over 75 million streams.
Yeah,
and
that album's really good.
No one has said anything but that album is really good. And shout out to my aunt for sending me what she wants for Christmas right in the middle of this podcast.
I'm trying to think of another good book. And then, Dale Carnegie, Influence.
Oh, wait.
You know what I'm talking about.
How to win friends and influence people?
Yeah. I feel like it's not necessarily music business, but it's about networking, which is
a
key part of music business.
It's stuff that applies to life in general that goes well with music.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
See, right now I'm probably 75 creative, 25% business. Not mad.
All right.
Just want that business to get a little bit.
I honestly feel like that's a better ratio than a lot of producers have.
Yeah. Mine is 60% creative, 40% business. Not mad at that. Not mad. Week to week since it's one person show at the moment. Plan to expand in 2020.
There you go.
I like that.
And it's crazy. We talk about teams. Somebody says, "Do you have any team tips?" Not team tips off the top, but I will say the fact that all of you are here, I think you might be sitting around a lot of people that could be on your team. Mm-hmm. Like, it's probably about 3 excellent teams of people right here. They would just connect with each other. So always take advantage of this room that you're in, because everybody kind of wants the same thing, and everyone has different talents.
Skills, right?
So I mean, I think it's just the perfect place, man.
Right, like shout out to Beats Music, been helping us out.
Yep.
Shout out to Simba.
Yeah.
Realistic, like
Realistic, for sure.
these are all people that we met through the podcast.
Yep.
It's like, oh, we see a talent, and it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah. Oral Soul Beats. Shout out to you.
him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so y'all guys got to do the same, man. Network across. I feel like Hive Mind does a good job at that.
Yep.
You know.
Oh yeah, he collabs.
Yeah, he's a collab master.
Shout out to Umami. She does.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Simba for sure.
Let's see. That's why I put out albums. I feel more like I'm working than just making beats. That's smart too.
Yeah. And you are forced to learn more about what you're doing, because to make a beat requires a certain amount of knowledge. To put out an album, at least you have a distribution aspect to it. You need to know a DSP aspect. You know.
Yeah. Chamber said The Go Giver, great business book.
Let me write that down, cuz.
Yes. Put that right in these podcast notes.
Yeah, I need that. I got some Audible credits I need to use.
Bruh. I love, if y'all don't have Audible, and obviously they're not a sponsor yet, but Audible is great, bro. For listening to audiobooks, the only thing is you'll feel like you're not learning enough, because you'll have about 6, 7 credits, and you're like, all right, man, you have to find books constantly. So shout out to Audible.
Oh, and another team tip I would say is find somebody that's good at what you don't like doing and what you're weak at. Like my issue before was anything that I wasn't good at, I would try to make up for it, like really practice being good at that.
Yeah.
Instead of just focusing on what I was really good at and then figuring out a way to get that taken care of.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's certain stuff that I just don't like doing. But it's other people that's really great at it. I would much prefer them to do it and them do it at a better rate than I can than me trying to sit back and learn and go.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying don't learn it, but like, you know, you just got to pick people that's right for you. You know, if you're not the most outgoing person, your manager needs to be super outgoing.
Yeah.
You know, so it balances it out. If you need more of a in-person, like, who's just going to sit there and email and do all that stuff, you know, you need to know that going ahead, though, so you can kind of hire the right person.
Yeah. Knowing everything about everything is a highly overrated and I think a pretty dangerous concept when it comes to what we do.
Yeah.
Because you'll spend all your time trying to become the master of all of these things. And not only will you cheat yourself out of time, you also cheat yourself out of networking and how to network. Because if you really wanted to get it done, you will find people that are good at what you're weak at, and that will force you to get out here and get into the talent pool of people. Now you become a better human being because you know how to work better.
Let's see. I spend more time reading about publishing, royalties, all the evil contracts, and musicians' past mistakes lately, rather than any beats.
Okay.
I'll just say be careful, bro. Because if you don't the music is the foundation. So if you only reading about the bad stuff and you're not creating, then you're kind of not putting yourself in a situation to get the good stuff.
Yeah, and you run into that all business side.
And trust me.
And we fighting that. We both of us are fighting that, bro.
This year, I have been briefcase shawty, dog.
Yeah.
Dog, when I was at the studio the other day, I was so happy, bro. I was just happy to be back in the room around other creative people, bro. Yeah, I missed it. I ain't even gonna front. And then that K Tronada album came out today. Oh,
got you pumped.
I'm hyped now. I'm ready to go make some beats.
I'm not gonna lie, it's been a couple weeks. On Friday during the podcast, I go to open up Avon, and my most recent project was the podcast template from last week. And I'm like,
look at it.
I haven't opened this joint all week.
Damn.
That's real. I used to just open Avon every day just to do so. It was a couple weeks. I'm like,
I'm back on. I'm trying to make at least 2 beats a day now, and it's like I don't care if it's before I go to sleep. As soon as I wake up, like because my schedule is different. Depending on the day. With my daughter and all that stuff. So it's like if I have to get up early, I get up an hour early so I can try to cook up. But I'm at least trying to knock something out just to get back in that habit, because I feel like when I stop, that's when I mess up.
Smart. Yeah, it's like exercise.
Exactly. which I need to get back on too. Bro, the gym is about to be stupid. That's why I'm dreading this. Like, I hate this time of the year, bro.
Hey, man, like I know you at least get you something at the crib.
I'm gonna have to, because LA Fitness is about to look like the club.
Yeah, for at least 3 months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be thinned out thoroughly by the end of March. But
it's funny because last year I had a good 8-9 months where I was in the gym like 5 times a week.
Yeah.
And all the people that stayed in the gym, we all kind of got cool. And then it's just all the people that fell off. You
gym
like,
fam.
Yeah, it's like all the people that fell off. You like, oh, this mug.
Here you come.
Here you go. Just
January man.
Yeah. See you next year.
Right.
Face ass.
Yeah. That's the one thing I've been good at, waking up at least by like 5:30, at least hitting the treadmill.
Let's see. I feel as if I need to get myself top notch creativity, you know what I'm trying to say, that word, and then find people that may be more business focused. No, that's real.
Yeah, smart. Beast Music says I have to edit that out. Probably. I don't know what was said, but probably.
Let's see. I DM'd you about vetting prospects because that's my issue.
Okay.
Let's talk about it though. Vetting prospects. Are we talking about like people you're working with? It's just like it's hiring. I mean, in a sense.
Yeah.
You know, like this person, do they know what they're getting into? Do they have the traits that you want from?
Do you know what you need?
That's the biggest part.
Yeah.
That's the biggest part.
Yeah, once you have that kind of listed out as much as possible, that's half the battle. Knowing exactly what you require.
Having an assistant was probably one of the best things because it teaches you a lot, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, did I get an assistant first or you got one? It was close.
That's
though.
a good question. I don't know.
It was about what and what. It was close though. I feel like one of us put us on the other one. I can't remember how it went down.
Oh, you had one real quick and it didn't work out.
Oh, that's what it
I
was.
got 3
Mm-hmm.
and then narrowed it down to 1, but mine stuck and then you got another one.
Exactly. Okay, that's exactly what happened. But it teaches you that how to delegate, and you think having an assistant is easy, right? It's hard because one, you got to keep them busy, you got to find work, and then you got to explain stuff a certain way for them to be able to just pick it up and do it. Yeah. You know, so it teaches you like, okay, this is what I really need. I don't want this. This is how I want it done.
Yeah, it teaches you how to be specific because a lot of us, when you're a one-man show or a one-woman show, you live in your head and you don't have to explain things to yourself. You just know. But to sharpen your sword, you got to work with other people and get in there. I kind of still am the king of SOPs. If you don't know what an SOP is, it's standard operating procedures. And so for every task or project or whatever it is that person does, especially repetitively, you want to write it down, all the steps, exactly how it should go. And if you don't know if you're being thorough enough, it should be if that person was to somehow not be working for you today and a random person from off the street jumped into that job tomorrow, would your SOP be good enough for that random person to complete that task to 98% perfection?
That's real.
That's my SOP strategy right there.
Real life. Let's see. Space, if you could help with the timestamps on this, I would appreciate it. Yo, that's what we need, bro.
Oh yeah, somebody to do the timestamps.
We on all the platforms now. We just gotta get these clips so we can, you know, put the content out to the world. You know, we ready to take over now. We got all the stuff lined up. Let's see. Havman says, use that passion to turn into a business. When I LLC my production company, I learned there's a lot more to it, but well worth it. Facts. This podcast taught me so much about business. Hey, I'm glad we can help, bro.
Yes, thank you.
Once you get an LLC, you'll take it more seriously, especially when you can write off expenses on your taxes.
Oh,
that's true.
Oh, that's fire. Yeah. Also, you'll start taking things more seriously once you get some overhead.
Oh yeah.
When you don't have any overhead, you're like, yo, I gotta. You working with a cracked FL studio, and like you don't spend any money on anything. You could kind of, I don't feel like it, or him and her. Once you got assistants, employees, business space, all these things that whether you utilize them or not, you have to pay for. You'll start taking stuff very seriously.
Let's see, Russ. Yeah, Russ got a book. I need to see if the audio book dropped.
That would be dope.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna front. Last time I picked up a paper book and sat down and read it. No, it's not actually. It ain't been that long ago, but it had to. It was no audio book, and I really wanted to to know what was in it. You know what book I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But outside of that, like, I'm an audiobook shawty.
Audiobooks are the shit. Number one, it's the only time I am with multitasking.
Oh yeah.
Cause you hit the treadmill or whatever, perfect time for an audiobook.
Facts.
You driving somewhere, perfect time for an audiobook. So yeah, I know exactly what's going on.
Oh, okay. I was supposed to say, you need me to hold it down?
No.
L.A. Reid book is good. Oh yeah. I forgot L.A. Reid got a good book.
Yep. Shout out to Smoking for that.
Let's see. Does Realistic have YouTube videos showing your Omnisphere presets?
Sorry, one more time.
Does Realistic have videos on YouTube showing your Omnisphere presets?
I don't think so, but there are plenty of demos showcasing the sounds. I don't know. You know what? I don't even know if we did a video for that, but there are plenty of demos under each preset bank that demos all the sounds. Well, not all the sounds, but a lot of the sounds that are in there.
Let's see. Make sure you guys caught my album, The Last Supper 2020, from Hive Mind. Yo, go support Hive Mind. Always be in the show, man.
Facts.
Cop his joint, man. Follow him on IG so you can know when it drop. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Support the people, man.
Facts, though.
12 degrees of separation. Bro, when I say Atlanta especially, I feel like Atlanta is about 3. It's really about 3.
Bro.
To anybody, damn near.
Yeah. This is... Yeah, you could get to people without even trying to get to people. Just you meet one person on Thursday and you in the session with Damn on Saturday.
Right.
Like that quick. And
super quick.
People out here don't really bluff like that. When you meet somebody out here and they say they doing something, they working with somebody, 9 times out of 10, that's what they really doing. It's not a whole bunch of bluffing out here.
Because it's easy to know if someone, as they call it, capping.
Yeah, exactly. And they and another thing is they don't take a long time. If somebody like, yo, I fuck with you, let's get in the studio. They mean like, yo, let's get in the studio like tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
And you gonna walk in the studio and the Future gonna be there. You know what I mean? Like that's the beauty of Atlanta.
You know, I'm gonna make a new show, bro. The pilot is gonna be called Catfish.
Ooh.
Yeah. Have you been? I know this is totally off topic. Have you been seeing those videos of people who walk around Lenox Mall with the diamond tester?
No.
Oh, bro, it's my favorite thing to watch in the world now.
Oh.
They go with a diamond tester and they just stop people with chains. And people they be like, how much you spend on a chain? Yeah, I spent like 30. And then they test it. Glass.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Somebody asked me how much I spent on a chain, I immediately think I'm being robbed.
That's what I'm like, bro.
How much? That's like asking somebody what size shoes are those. Your size?
Mighty nice jacket you got there, bro.
Yeah, exactly. How much you spent on that chain? Who's asking? Yeah,
let's see.
That's crazy though.
Not a music business book, but Contagious is a fire book. What makes it products and things catch on? The psychology behind words and mouth. Facts. That's a really good book. And Mark Manson.
Oh yeah. Wait, which one?
Oh, the subtle
art of not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
That was a great.
Yeah, book. I love that book.
A great listen, actually.
Has anybody tried Nexus 3? I haven't. I ain't gonna front because Nexus, all the packs be so expensive. Yeah. I'd be kind of cool on them, unless they gonna throw your boy a sponsorship. I don't know if I'm spending $2,000 on a whole complete Nexus boy,
bruh. By show of hearts, who's excited about Nexus 3? Because I've been seeing a lot. I've been seeing a lot of promo for it, but I haven't been hearing a lot of I need that.
And they do promo so weird, right? So I've been doing content, right? So I've been recording videos. I just ain't put them out yet, but I'm just stashing them up. And I was going to do a reaction video to Nexus 3, right?
Right.
Nexus never dropped a official video themselves.
Right.
Only the videos that came out were people actually who bought it and used it. Like Busy had a video on it with him making beats. A couple other people, wasn't it? Traptendo had some joints on there. Like those people had it, but like Nexus didn't. I'm just like, what kind of marketing is this, bro? Like,
yeah, give me a little something from you.
Yeah, like at least with like Native Instruments, when we did those like reaction videos, they were showcasing their product. Like, so they were pitching it to us. I mean, we were joking on it, but
it was them pitching.
It was them, you know. Ableton does it, FL does it. I just didn't get that they didn't do that. And I was like, that's so weird.
And I think it's cool to have other people showcase it, but you got to have at least one or two official joints of your own, man.
Yeah.
Let's see.
See, I'm not too pressed on Nexus 3. I mean, I would like to try it. I just want all the sounds. If I'm gonna get something, I want the whole shebang. And $2,000 for a whole.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's old school keyboard prices.
That's what I'm like, bro. $2,000. You know what I could buy with $2,000?
Bro, you can. That's the old motif price.
Bro, give me a Phantom. Get a Triton.
Facts.
Let's see. Since October, I've been shopping out for collabs. I gotta say, the networking is so dope.
Yes. Yes, man. Yeah. Networking, the power of networking cannot be talked about enough, bro. Last week we had some good networking gems on here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
I need a bad guy because, like at Busy's first event, when I do the throw folks off, because I'm a good vibes, but I'm good at being a bad guy. Yo, I wish y'all could have been there because that was my first time meeting Beats Music. It definitely caught me off guard. That was funny. That was classic.
Oh, man.
Let's see. I make trainings. I'm SOP Shawty. That's my daytime job.
Oh, who said that?
That's Wenzo.
Oh, what? Man, Wenzel, we kindred spirits a bit because you be saying some stuff and I'm like, yeah.
Wenzo said, I'm a word person. Audiobooks aren't for me.
Okay, see, just when I thought
I can't do it.
You know what I mean? I thought we were siblings. Now we more like cousins.
That's what, bro. AirPods is my number one used thing.
For real.
Because I can do other stuff and be listening to podcasts and listening. So I'm like, I'm listening to courses, audiobooks, or podcasts all day and doing other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, I feel like I learn so much quicker because of that. And I'm not really, tethered down to anything.
Yeah, being in the car, man, like, that makes being in the car enjoyable. Because, I don't drive a lot of places, but when I do, podcasts and audiobooks.
Let's see. First time I met Trizzy, he almost got kicked out the club for playing some Heat. That was some Heat.
How the hell you almost get kicked out the club for playing?
We was in New York when I was playing them beats, and then the security was on me about my damn hat.
Oh.
Yeah. Haters.
Damn, son.
Shout out to Young Chambers, though.
Because it's haters.
It's funny because I saw that picture the other day on my phone. It's like me, you, and Chambers.
Yeah.
And Chambers looks so young. It's like, now he a grown.
They grow up so fast.
My little son is growing up, man. Let's see. Also, I gotta say that Oracle sounds are the only sounds I purchased this year in a Cymatics kit. But Real Talk, Soundracle.net is a one-stop shop.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Realistic says we don't have a video for Omnisphere presets, but can make one if needed.
Okay.
That boy Realistic on it, man.
Oh, yo, man, listen. When you talk about valuable people on the team, I'm not gonna get into it. He knows. Man, that's my guy right there, bro. He
be on it.
That man be on it.
You think you would get DJ Quick on the podcast with 2020 and DJ Battlecat? I ain't gonna front.
Damn.
If we get Battlecat on here, I'm having a whole fit.
Yo, how dope would it be to have Battlecat on a podcast called Unquantized?
Bro, I'm geeking out the whole time, bro. Quick, I love Quick, but Battlecat,
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
I'm a fan, bro.
Those are two super legends, and both of those will force us to go to the West Coast.
Oh
yeah,
I'm super with it. Dog, that beat making video of Battlecat, bro. Oh, it's a few of them.
Yeah, I was about to say which one,
bruh. Everyone, I'd be like, man,
it's one that super stands out in my mind. I would say he's in the studio, but he's in the studio with everyone. But it's one he was just going ham, dog.
Yeah, he's super fire.
Yeah, but Unquantized, the show is named for his style.
Let's see, the pianos and road sounds are incredible in Keyscape. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Keyscape.
Yeah, shout out to Keyscape. Still taking shine from Nexus.
Been stopping Nexus since 1982.
Wait, so I got a question here. It says Meek Mill wants to start an app for fellow hustlers, which I think is dope. How important is it for producers and artists to invest in other aspects of music or life in general?
Oh, very. Very, because music, especially with these checks, bro, as much as we love music and the music business, the checks are so sporadic at times because it's not really up to you. It's not like a one person is paying this out.
Right.
Depends on the label, depends on who you're dealing with. So if you just depending on that one thing, you're gonna end up in some debt. You're gonna end up, you know, a lot of bad stuff can happen if you just dependent on that one thing. But if you smartly invest in the other stuff and keep, you know, that's why I got other businesses and Airbnbs and stuff like that, because
There you go.
keep me afloat, you know.
Yeah, you can't just have one stream of income. If you look at all the, let's say the money moguls that we all admire, you know, the Warren Buffetts,
Right.
no one has one stream of income. And especially as musicians, when we say that the checks are kind of crazy, we're talking more about the placement checks, because you got to think, if you place a beat, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a beat you made 2 years ago. So that's 2 years already. Then, you know, you got to go through middlemen. Is it on the album? You got clearances, wait for the album to come out. That's however many months. All the way up until the album comes out. And, you know, you probably get an advance maybe. But that publishing check, it's going to take about 9 months after that, after the song comes out, for you to even get paid. So if you think about how much, even if you get a placement, how much time it takes to just get your first payment off that placement, that alone should be enough for you to be like, you know what, maybe I should invest in the other things, you know, because there's a lot of time before, between, and after those placement joints.
Bro, that's how I got good at marketing and online stuff. I was like, bro, I gotta figure this out, bro. I gotta keep this going.
Yeah. And funny enough, depending on what else you get into, if it's music related, it can help you get placements.
Oh, yeah.
Like, for instance, I was a placement chaser, and I got a few under my belt when I was younger. It wasn't until I started doing sound design and other music related things that I started expanding my network and meeting the proper people, and then getting placements from that.
No,
So I started getting placements after I stopped chasing placements.
And I feel like you having other businesses makes people take you more seriously. Like, even me talking about, like, I'm talking to an artist and I'm saying I got an Airbnb, I got this. They like, oh, he really,
you bought your business.
he really do it. So it's like, and it opens up opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the homies, whenever they come in town, they staying in my Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? Opens up networking possibilities. So you gotta use what you got as leverage. You know.
That's a fact.
Trizza, doing any live events in 2020? We are trying to lock that down now.
Yes, indeed. Somebody hit me, DM me last night and asked me about that.
Yeah, we just trying to get a date solidified, locked down. We already got most of it planned out. We already know some of the people we bringing, so I'm excited.
The one we did, was it this year?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, the one we did this year was fire. It was fire. Young Kenny Buttons in here. What up, bro?
Hey, shout out to Kenny Buttons.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel you should build a primary stream and then push out to other streams from there?
That's one way to go about it. That's how I went about it. It wasn't as much planned as it just happened to turn out that way. But I mean, it's nothing.
Right.
It's nothing wrong with that. Either way, you're gonna have to get something going, and then get other things going too. So something gonna be first.
I just feel like the farther away from it is your main thing, the more separated your mind is gonna be. You know.
Yeah, if you could somehow make them related, kind of make it like branches on a tree where you got a central theme or a central thing, which would be the trunk, and then the other businesses just branch off of that.
Don't forget, Triz, I got art for your Airbnbs. Oh yeah, when I get this next one set up, I'm definitely I'm trying to get some like 8-foot paintings in that joint.
Nice, you'll get them floor to ceiling boys.
Oh yeah, it's about to go down.
Yes, sir.
Going down. Is
Floor
the next
to
event in
ceilings.
ATL? Yeah, the
yes,
first
it
one
is.
will be. We might do some more afterwards, but
Yep. We do our West Coast joint and get a Battle Cat.
oh yeah.
And quick.
Somebody asked me, were we gonna do like a tour? I'm not mad at the tour. We just got logistically figure that out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. See what the numbers look like.
Yeah. But I'm not mad at that. You know, I love to. I ain't been on tour in some years, so I would love to go back on tour.
I think I got one in me.
You ever been on tour?
Yeah, I've been on tour before.
I love it, bro.
Yeah, I got one in me. But your tour life, no matter what kind of tour you're on, man, that's a different type of life.
Oh yeah.
You are gonna, number one, you're probably gonna wreck your body.
Oh yeah, it's terrible for you.
You're not gonna know when it's time to go to sleep, when it's time to wake up, where you are. Nothing. You ain't gonna know nothing.
It's fun though.
It
I
is.
enjoy it.
Oh, it's hella fun. Some of the best fun you'll ever have in your life, and you always meet great people.
What y'all think about producer remixes? I found found promoting it weird Should I even? I'm a rapper then producer. Donuts not priority.
Wait, hold on.
Donuts not priority.
Yeah.
Okay. I look at remixes. They're like covers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of artists get found from doing covers. So I'm not opposed of it. I just say be careful with those little remix contests. Some of them be kind of scammy a little bit.
In what ways? What should they watch out for?
It's just like, if you gotta pay to enter in a lot of these joints, I feel like it'd be kind of.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, bro. It'd be so many people like, yeah, I gotta pay to remix this song, and then it's like, they jigging you. That's like them.
Pay to remix.
It's like those artist joints where it's like you pay to perform at a show, and then you gotta sell your own tickets. It's like, they jigging you, bro. Like, ain't nobody there to see y'all.
That's a super old scam right there.
Right. Yeah, they be jigging them joints.
So wait, I got what I feel is a really good question. Producers who are parents, should you encourage your kids to pick up an instrument or go into music?
That's tough. I ain't even gonna lie. I got my daughter playing piano. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, please don't let her make no beats, bro. Because I ain't gonna front. The music industry is different, man. And, I ain't gonna front. I would much rather her go to real estate or do something else. But if she wants to do it, I'm gonna support her. But am I going? I don't know. That's tough. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah,
I think about it all the time.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I think about it all the time.
And it's tougher to answer the younger the child is, or the children are. If you got like a 20-year-old, then it's like, yeah, sure, why not? Whatever. Because they kind of are their own person now. You know a little bit more about them. But yeah, when you got like a 2-year-old.
Yeah, I just know I'm not going to push her into like being a child actress or like being in the business. If it's something that she wants, I feel like, all right, you're going to have to stick with this for a while and give it a fair shot. But I'm not going to be one of them like dadagers, like, yeah, you going to get it?
Yeah.
Like, how do I say this without it being bad? Have you watched the Rap Game?
Yep.
A lot of those girls that was in there are wilding now. And I'm just like, it's different. I'm just like, bro, I don't know if I want my kid to be. It's tough. It's tough just growing up as a kid now with the internet and all that stuff. I don't know if I want to put that extra pressure unless that's what they want,
Yeah, I think you could nudge the kid in that direction, and if they take to it, then maybe encourage and then start to educate your child on that. But yeah, the people that are like, nah, this is what you're gonna do, regardless of what you feel like you're gonna grow into wanting to do. This is what I want you to do. Yeah. It rarely works out well for the child,
bro. What a lot of people don't know. Like my family is like fighters. Like everybody in my family does like Olympic style taekwondo, and so that's what. My dad was like, bro, from age 3 to 17, I did taekwondo every day of my life, right?
And you ain't got no dojo today, man?
And I hate it. Now I appreciate it when I'm older.
Yeah.
But at the time, bro, you couldn't pay me to go to, like, after I left the crib, I'm like, oh, I'm never doing this again. Because I was kind of like, damn, why you FaceTime? I was like not forced, but it was like pressured on me. Like, yo, this is what you going to do. And I hated it. And then I feel like the pressure is what made me not like it, you know?
Yeah.
If it would have been a thing, like when I found band, I was like, oh, this is super rap.
There you go. And a lot of times the pressure don't necessarily be from the parents. It be from people who know the parents or other family. That my father was like crazy talented basketball player. All met like in the DMV area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, crazy. So everybody just knew I was gonna grow up to be like this amazing ball player because he was amazing at ball. And to this day, I can meet people that are like, "Oh, I know you hooping," and I'm like, "No, I don't even watch basketball."
Can you play? Can you hoop?
I used to when I was younger, probably not anymore.
Me and Oracle about to play 21.
That's a fact. We gonna play horse. But yeah, to this day, we out there on Instagram. Yeah, people still be like, "Yo, I know you be out there balling." No. To this day. And I look exactly like my father. So they look at me, they're like, "Yo, I could just picture you."
Oh yeah.
Nah, I'm like, "Yo, Slim, I don't even watch basketball." They be mad. Like I cussed at them. Like, get out of my face.
Let's see what this charge is on. Okay.
Oh, you in there?
I'm about to switch it.
In the hell.
Hold on, YouTube.
Yep, Instagram. We here. Hold on, we getting set up for the second half. In case you're watching the replay, welcome to the second half of Unquantized Podcast. Your number one, your number one spot for just random.
Hey, I'm doing a podcast, so I'm gonna call you right back.
Okay.
All right, you got a big head. Bye.
There you go. There you go.
I had a little note. She hit me with the double.
Oh, the
double call. I'm
double
like,
face jump.
The double.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me get to some more of these questions while we wait.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's see. A lot of people believe that mostly producers are to blame. Oh, for leaked or unreleased music. Do you consider this to be true?
Unpaid ones.
Yeah. Honestly, from what I know about unreleased or leaked music, it's rarely a producer that's doing it because that's often detrimental to the producer.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
I would leak some of these records I got.
Oh my God, what?
But I don't want to mess up the relationship, so I was like, I'm cool.
Yeah, exactly. Because as a producer, that's just a bad look, and then people not gonna want to work with you anymore.
He leak everything.
And I have a lot of producer friends, naturally, and just about all of them have a ton of unreleased music from major artists. Like that. Oh, that didn't sound good. They got a ton of unreleased music from major artists that if they put it out, it would go ham.
Oh yeah.
But nobody does it because man, nobody messing with that.
Lil Uzi, they be leaking his records like no tomorrow, bro. I be feeling bad for the man.
Yeah, that's terrible.
They be leaking his stuff like no tomorrow, dog. I'm like, man, let this man live.
Yeah. Bricks was telling the story last week about how his joint, the 21 Savage,
Oh yeah,
Drake joint got leaked.
Bruh, the Bieber record, that's kind of how it happened with me.
Yeah.
I was sick. I ain't even afraid. I was happy and it opened up, but it was a lot of like, dang, bro, why y'all had to do me like that?
The Gucci Mane, Chris Brown, Lil Wayne record I did with Polo, same thing. That got leaked.
Yeah, that leak stuff is like, you don't understand. It hurts the song in the long run because people want that build up. They want the anticipation for stuff.
Yeah. Once it's leaked out there, people are like, no.
How you feel about this Nick Cannon versus Eminem?
I don't. I ain't gonna lie. If there was ever a huge brawl where I didn't care about anybody involved in it, I don't know. It just seemed like cool spectator sport, but I don't know.
I wish Diego was in here so he could talk about why he dissed Eminem. Because if you guys don't know, Diego produced the Nick Cannon diss and didn't know it.
Shout out to Diego, the diss beat king.
Yo, Diego, that's so funny, bro, because I was watching his story and he just like laughing emojis. I'm like, bro, how you diss Eminem, bro?
It's a dissy beat.
You remember when it's like 50 Cent was beefing with people who produced for Ja Rule?
Oh yeah.
That's what it's gonna be.
Damn, Diego.
Diego working, bro. He had that come out. He had the Smoke Perp drink come out. A Rich Homie Quan record came out today.
Oh, you killing it.
Yeah, my dog's out here working.
Diego got that work, boy.
Let's see. Let's see. We could just move past that one. Yeah, bro. I love Nick Cannon as a business person,
but
as a rapper, I don't think I've ever heard a Nick Cannon song besides Gigolo that we can't really listen to now because the R. Kelly thing.
That's a fact. You would never like, damn, run that Nick back?
Nah, never. But and I feel like this is gonna be kind of problematic, right? What battles have Eminem ever really won?
Won?
Yeah, and who has he really battled besides Cannabis?
I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Who does?
But when people talk about Eminem, they talk about him like,
well, he was a battle rapper prior to being.
I think people take the 8 Mile thing and carry it over because Eminem's never really beefed with anybody rap wise. Machine Gun Kelly sent him a great record, never really responded. He put out them albums, they were terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, Eminem technically has never really battled anybody, to my knowledge.
Hold on, man. Yeah, early Eminem, yes, a lot. Like being a battle rapper, but industry wise, I don't know.
See, but this is where I'm confused. All right, so Smoking says no one has really came at him. No one is that dumb, I think. But what makes that dumb? Machine Gun Kelly gave him.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah,
I don't think it's. It might be me, and I love Marshall Mathers, but Eminem in the past 6 years has not been that great.
He's not the person you want to battle with, though. It's just not. You're not gonna win that. As far as a battle,
man.
you're not gonna be more lyrical than him. You're not gonna have more metaphors.
I don't know, man.
You just not. Who can?
See, and people said Benzino don't count.
No, not at all.
Don't count. Ja Rule, and that was when they jumped Ja Rule. Everybody got on Ja Rule at that time.
You know what's crazy? Technically, to battle Eminem, you have to be of a certain caliber. You see how people naming people and like, nah, that don't count. Now, if those people would have beef with anybody else, you'd be like, yeah, they beef. Eminem he's Harlem Globetrotters.
I'm just saying, for people to be like, yo, nobody's that crazy. Like, if someone said that about Jay-Z, it's like, okay, we've seen what Jay does to somebody in a battle, in a beef. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've never seen that from Eminem. We just get the
Hannibal
Standable. We've heard that.
I don't think nobody want that straight up battle. Like, I want to battle him.
Machine Gun Kelly gave him records, bro, and they were actually good.
They were good records, but I don't think that wasn't.
But I'm saying, how many subliminals and shots is Eminem gonna throw out and not really? Because even with this Nick Cannon stuff, he low key started it again.
Yeah, I haven't heard any of that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he dissed him in this Fat Joe song, and that's what started this whole thing. Nick, I mean, is smart for getting everybody else to rap for him. You know,
I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, I just think trying to out rap Eminem is like trying to out wet water. He just is a rapping ass motherfucker. Like, it's.
Do you think he's been rapping good though?
Yes.
Lately?
I just think he just raps good. Period. Like,
I don't, bro. I feel like it might be me. That BT cipher where he rapped, terrible.
He had a subject matter there, but I just think when it comes to rapping, like he's.
I don't think he's been good lately. To me, I feel like in the past, I don't know how long, he's not been good. It's the same gimmick, and I feel like we carry the love from all this other stuff that he's done over. It's kind of, it's like certain people you just don't talk about, like how, I don't want to bring it up, but like how people look at Nas. I feel like it's almost that same argument. Nas hasn't had great albums.
Don't start talking about Nas.
I know. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but I feel like it's one of those, like, we give him a credit because he's Eminem.
No, I think he can rap his ass off. Always could, and he got bars like Rikers. He just got bars. Like, so many bars. It just becomes like. You ever been to like Cavalia or something, and you get there and it's amazing to see these horses doing tricks, but then after 15 minutes you're like, okay, the amazingness just becomes, you're bored with it. That's me watching Eminem rap. He raps so well that after a while I'm just like, okay.
But I think when you said Eminem's Harlem Globetrotters, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Harlem Globetrotters is good for looks, but it doesn't translate well into anything else.
Now, when it comes to songs, he's not. No one's checking for Eminem songs now. But like just straight up battle rapping, like battle.
No, man.
I don't think anybody.
Because even that verse on the Fat Joe joint, I thought it was weak. I was like, bro, this is terrible.
You know what I would like to see? Like a real like battle, not like I'm on a song. I want like a.
You want 8 Mile?
Yes.
But yeah, that's what it's like. I don't think Eminem's gonna go into the battle rapping phase. That's what I'm saying. It's like a weird translation of people equate his songs and stuff like that to him being this battle rap, and I just don't think it's the same. And not to take away from what Eminem's done. I just think in the past 5-6 years, I haven't been a fan at all. Them last 2 albums he put out, bro, he put out an album and it was so bad they put out another album a month later.
That was true, but I just think he got bars, man. He's one of the best rappers ever rapped. And still is to this day.
I think he's out of touch.
What do y'all think?
Yeah, let us know. Because I don't know if I'm...
And I'm not talking about making songs that people want to hear. I'm just talking about bars.
And let's see. Do you think Drake could take M?
No.
Someone said Drake don't write his own song.
That don't matter. That don't... No. No, like Drake will give you a better song, and he's gonna say more stuff, and more people are gonna like it. But will he out rap like in a true battle MC sense? No.
But when we think of a battle, like with Meek and Drake, right? It wasn't about who had technically the best bars. It was about who had the better everything.
Right. See, to me, that was a beef, not a battle. There's a difference to me.
Well, what I'm saying is with Eminem's never had a beef that we should fear him. You know what I'm saying? People talk about we should fear him like that. And 50 Cent's had bigger beefs than he has. Damn, everybody else has had bigger beefs than Eminem, but for some reason, Eminem is super feared as this, like...
Because you're talking about rapping. That's.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just not.
I'll die on that ledge. That's a rapping ass motherfucker.
Well, see,
and nobody want that.
Kendrick will out rap him.
Negative.
I believe that. I believe that.
Negative. And I love Kendrick.
I feel like J. Cole. I feel like any of these because Eminem. I just feel like the way he does it is so out of touch now. Like nobody's checking for that. What he does. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if he gave Kendrick some bars, it's like we're gonna be like, bro, this sounds old.
Yeah, but they're gonna be bars though. In a traditional sense, they're gonna be bars. King Los versus M. Los is a battle rapper, and y'all know that's my guy. I don't know about that. Los, and I put Los up against anybody. That would be a good ass battle.
Who would you pick to battle Eminem if you had to pick somebody?
Los.
Outside of that.
Nobody I would want to hear. Like nobody raps as much as it would have to be just a rapidy rap. Like
I'm just trying to understand what makes Eminem. I get that he's like lyrical, and I get that his cadences, but like I don't understand what makes him so much better than everybody else.
Yeah.
And this
that man got bars.
I don't. In the past 5 years, what's some great Eminem bars?
I don't know, because they give you like 200 a song, but you don't want to hear the songs. That's the thing. No one wants to hear an Eminem song, but the man got a million bars. He got a million great bars. You just don't want to hear the song that they're in. But if it came to like, okay, I need some bars. Who can give me the most bars? Dope bars that are structured all crazy and complex, and he's the guy. No one else can do it like him. But you just don't want to hear it.
I think it's like if like an NBA player had all these crossovers, but they can't make no shots. It's like, bro, it's kind of pointless. You doing all this stuff for kind of no reason. You know, you getting open, but you ain't making no shots. So it's like, what are you doing all this for? And that's how I feel about Eminem. I'm not saying he's a bad rapper. I'm just saying in the past, I don't know how long, he hasn't made a good album. Nobody's really listening to him besides his core fan base. And that, I just feel like he's got that so famous, I'm out of touch thing.
I agree with all that, but when it comes to somebody wanting to battle him, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's a great artist anymore or he makes great songs, but he ain't the one to be like, yo, let's battle. He's not that guy.
Royce battled him? Damn. I didn't know Royce battled him.
Really? I don't know.
And Royce is nice too.
Royce is his man.
Yeah, that's why I was like, damn.
Supernatural. Okay. Supernatural is at least a qualified person to put in that argument, and that would be a good battle. I still think Emma watched Supernat, but yeah, Andre versus M. No,
I wouldn't want. I feel like Andre is a better lyricist than Eminem. I feel like if I had to pick somebody, I would pick Andre over Eminem any day.
I would want to hear Andre's song way over M song, of course. But that's not even a.
Yeah, it's not like a.
It's not.
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
with Eminem, it gotta be a rap type person. Andre's not really that. It like Quintino said Supernatural. Yes. Somebody else said Cannabis. That's the perfect person. But also, like I said, I can't think of another person that I would even want to hear their voice in this day and like Cannabis would be the person, but you don't want to hear Cannabis. Kind of like the way a lot of people don't want to hear Eminem just rapidy rap right now. But that would be par for the course. Like that's the type of person that would probably battle him and maybe stand a good chance. But everybody else is just they're great rappers and they're great artists. But then when it comes to battling, that's just a different story.
Yeah, I just want him to stop talking about it and be about it.
Cassidy, yo,
No. Cassidy
H2O, yo, Ab, I know that you know about battle rapping, but you know Cassidy would get washed by him. But Cassidy, I won't say was, I'll say still is, even though he just got washed by somebody recently.
Oh, that battle was horrible.
Yeah, but Cass was one of the kings of bars. Like when it came to bars, Cassidy was and still is. I'm giving his credit. Cass is still nice with some bars, but not Cass versus M. That's God.
Trizza, who got the best bars in your opinion? I mean, I still think Jay-Z's still got it at bars. I think Kendrick's great. I think it's a lot of rappers I put over Eminem. I know that for sure. And that's in my opinion. That's me. You know, I grew up on like Eminem, like the theatrical, jokey Eminem, like, "Hi kids, you like Prime Minister? You want to see me stick 9-inch nails?" That's the Eminem I grew up. And then when it started getting,
you kind of body that.
Yeah, I can rap that whole album. So that's what it's like. It's not like I'm not an Eminem fan. I just didn't like dark Eminem, and then I didn't like any of those newer projects. You know, so it's just like to me, it's like even if he's got good bars, if the packaging isn't good and nobody's paying attention to that part, it's like it's kind of pointless to have. That's for me though, you know. Let's see, and I'm sure it's more people. To be honest, I'm not the most. I'm listening to bars type person. Yeah, I'm more about the record and the feel.
Yeah. It's not a record and a feel thing. It's strictly bars.
He said worse than Joe Budden. I feel like the Cassidy joint was horrible. I didn't even want to see Cassidy.
I didn't even see the battle.
I watched it. B-Man sent it to me. I watched it. It was horrible.
Who watched him? Who was that?
I can't think of his name. But dude, it won't even fair. If it was a boxing match, they would have threw in the towel. He wouldn't have got the standing eight. It was that bad, bro.
Damn, Cass was that nigga back in the day.
Yeah, Cass was super that dude back in the day.
I can't say he ain't got bars now, but see, these are...
He said, "Tristan, be careful. You might get some bars, son." Hey, I would appreciate it. At least I'm hearing something.
Rocket or Hercules. Yeah, see, it's a lot of people in here that just like up on the battle rap scene. I used to really be up on that scene. Not so much anymore, but I do know most people that are great at battle rapping
suck at making records.
Oh, they make the worst records. It's two totally different things.
That's why I thought 50 was so good when he came out, because it was like he was battling, he was making these records, and then he would make a song. He'd be like,
see, 50 wasn't battling, he was beefing. It's different. Yeah. Battling is, I'm gonna hit you with some bars, you gonna hit me with some bars, like rapping.
Well, the reason why I say that, because the Eminem and Nick Cannon thing is a beef. That is like a sincere, like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't like each other. You know what I mean? And
are you beefing on Mariah?
Yes. Mariah Carey's out here winning off this.
Jesus.
And you know, if not bars for bars, but songs for songs, Mariah low-key kind of bodied Eminem.
Stop.
That Obsessed record? Bro, come on.
Locksmith, yeah.
Mariah Carey made a record about Eminem that was hard, bro. Hey, I'm not even front. That Obsessed record was dope.
Yeah, now that was a good diss.
It was a good diss.
That was a really good diss. I'm not gonna lie, especially coming from who it came from.
It's like you don't expect it. It's a surprise.
Lloyd Banks.
I'm not mad at that.
Lloyd Banks has some of the best bars. Yeah, Lloyd Banks definitely got bars. Bars forever.
Lloyd Banks. Yeah. What Tony Yayo at, man? We need Tony Yayo in the world.
Yeah, we need more Yayo.
We need more Tony Yayo in the world.
Hey, put more Yayo in the mix, please.
Tony Yayo made So Seductive is one of the greatest songs ever.
That's a fact.
Tony Yayo Dance, one of the greatest dances ever.
Yo, people used to tell me I looked like Tony Yayo when I was younger. I used to be mad at that.
Oh, man.
I don't even know why. You just always mad when somebody say you look like somebody.
Let's see. In your opinion, along with bars, what are all the necessities to make a classic album?
I mean, production, of course. We're on a production podcast. Subject matter as far as making like relevant songs, because a lot of people could just have bars and great beats, but it's just a lot of rapping on beats. To me, I think that's the hardest part, is making a good cohesive song.
Right.
And then if making a good cohesive song is a sentence, tying those sentences together to make a good cohesive book, which would be a album that flowed together cohesively, had a theme but wasn't like a story. I don't really like story albums, but I'm trying to think of one of them. Like Blueprint, I love Blueprint. It was a lot of bars. It was a lot of great production, and it just kind of had an overall theme to me. I think that's really what it would take for me.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Diego, you in here, bro.
Young
How do you feel
Av.
about Eminem since you dissed him?
Diego dissed him with the 10 fingers of death.
Diego was like, this amount of Corey gonna get him.
Jadakiss, yeah, somebody said Kiss, yeah.
I'm not mad at Jada's
Yeah,
good.
Kiss got bars.
Do you consider skits / interludes a difference?
A difference from what? I love skits and interludes, by the way. I think it's a lost art. People are starting to do them. Some people do them. But I don't know what the question is. Like,
I don't know
difference from each other?
Yeah,
or,
that's what I was like. I don't know if he's asking if skits and interludes different or.
Yeah, they are. Usually skits are acted out with vocals. An interlude could just be a piece of music. Yeah.
Let's see. Thought Predicate of a Felon was a dope album from Yayo. Yayo actually, bro, G-Unit at that time, bro, they was on fire, bro.
Oh, man. Took over the world,
Bro,
Craig.
they was killing it, bro.
Craig.
Spam them hearts and you had a G-Unit wife beater out here looking like...
Looking like a confused flag.
Oh, man. Shouts out from Morocco. Shout out to Morocco, yo.
Hey, man.
Let's see. I think Soundracle looks like L.A. Reid in the Two Occasions video.
Damn, it's fucked up. Who I got to go at? Who said that?
That's in the keys.
Got you.
That's funny.
That is funny. Damn, at least niggas don't say I look like Yayo anymore.
Oh man, do you know who this?
Well, that was the joint.
Bro, I love that dance, bro. I still do that joint all the time. So, question is an all-time great anymore?
It depends on what, an all-time great at what. What are your qualifications?
Yeah. What do we? Yeah.
And yeah, well, all-time great. Honestly, yeah, he's an all-time great because to be an all-time great doesn't necessarily mean you're relevant now. Yeah. So with that being said, it kind of doesn't matter what your qualifications are. He kind of maxed out at 100 in every area of the game at some point,
Right.
and most of that was at one time. So sales, bars, relevant, like, you know. So I would say he's an all-time great, especially if you're picking from every rapper that has ever done it. He's definitely in the top 1%.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I think that would make him an all-time great.
Yeah, I think I think you can't take away from what he's done. I just feel like if we compare him to the now,
no,
he's nowhere. To me,
No.
I just feel like he's in that. We talked about it before. How people get so famous that it's like they're disconnected. I feel like he's so famous that he doesn't get the.
No, he has no relevance in 2019 as far as like the music and albums that are being discussed and any of that. But like you said, you can't take away from what he did. He's done it all.
Yeah.
But it's like so you have to consider him an all-time great. It's like you would consider James Brown an all-time great. But you know, well, 2019, who's talking about James Brown? Like, yo, nobody. But you know what I'm saying? Right.
Let's see. I meant as far as skits / interludes being needed in making a classic album. I do feel like that plays a good part, though.
It does. And those are some of the most memorable parts of a lot of albums.
All them Kanye albums. I want to do something special for the kids. Like, that's what, when I think
50.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think when I think of classic albums, I remember the skits, the interludes.
Yeah.
Even like the Little Brother joint. You are watching UBN.
The U Black Nigga Network. Raekwon the Ghost, the Purple Tape. Full of great, memorable skits. I could go on and on. I mean, you can go all the way back. De La Soul, 3 Feet High and Rising, which probably had a skit between every single song. Yeah, a lot of people had skits. Tribe Called Quest had the little voice lady skit.
Oh, Ludacris, they said. Ludacris had some.
Oh, dope. Yeah.
I feel like Ludacris should be appreciated like Missy is. I hope it comes. I hope that time comes where people appreciate it. Because Luda really opened up a lot of doors for like music videos, the style, like
how to gracefully and successfully go from one career to another.
Bruh.
He may not be one of the pioneers of rapper turned actor, but he's one of the best to ever do it.
And I might be biased, I work. That was my introduction to the music business.
Oh, that's the homie. Yeah, Luda's the homie. So yeah, it's definitely Luda bias all day here. But that's not saying what we're saying isn't true. He deserves all the accolades. Like success in music, he killed it. Success in the movies, he killed it. Yeah, Luda deserves a lot, man.
Like when I look at the baby and his videos, it reminds me so much of like Luda. You know what I mean? Because it's just like super animated, over the top. Yep. It's that whole Busta Rhymes, Missy animated. I'm gonna like give you super entertainment. It's gonna be cartoonish in a way.
Facts.
Yeah, I love it. Shout out to the baby too. He had a great year, dog.
Oh yeah,
dog, a great year.
Oh yeah. Killing it.
Prince Paul, originator of skits / interlude, super underrated.
Yeah, that's a fact. Shout out to Prince Paul. Prince Paul, one of the originators of, when you talk about making different shit, he was like one of the originators of being different. Like in a Timbo style of like, what the fuck is that? Like what's going on there? Prince Paul is one of the originators of that.
I think Doggy Style is better than The Chronic, honestly.
I mean, no one's gonna argue you really about that. Both of them are great classic albums. I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah. Agreed about Luda deserves high props and respect. Yeah. Shout out to Without No DJ podcast, yo. Go check out. That's my brother and his partners. They got a dope podcast interviewing. It's basically like Unquantized, but they interview a bunch of fire DJs. They give you a bunch of, DJ history knowledge.
That's a fact.
Shout out to them. Check them out, please. Go follow them.
That is a fact.
Let's see. Chronic album, Knock Knock. I don't know. I had to go back and listen to Doggy Style and the Chronic album to really compare.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Damn, that's super tough. Both of them are just amazing albums.
Yeah, that's real. Someone says Ice Cube.
All right.
Not bad.
Nope.
Good Kid, Mad City. Not bad at all. When is the last time Kendrick dropped? Has he dropped recently? That's about that time, ain't it?
Time for him to roll on back around.
I feel like this year, 2019 was slow as far as, it was weird how music dropped. I feel like all the music started dropping towards the end, and at the beginning, no one dropped.
I didn't really like this year musically.
Oh yeah, me either.
Are we doing a year-end wrap-up?
We should.
I think we should. Invite some friends.
Oh, that'd be dope. But I think first quarter of this year, I feel like everybody's about to drop. I feel like it's about to get ugly out here.
But I feel like everybody got the same plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody's like, you know what? Second week of January, here I come. And then that's gonna be like that 1 week of the year. Like a lot of people came out this year, but they all came out on the second week of January or whatever. But yeah, I this year was weird for music. Yeah. I think music is kind of trying to figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been listening to a bunch of like alternative, like that Ketronada album came out. I love it. I was like hype about that.
Yeah,
that's been the first like album where I was like just riding around like super bumping, but it's super left. You know what I mean? It's not the average turn up trap shit.
That's what makes it dope. Yeah, because how many trap like if somebody made a super dope trap album and another person made a super dope trap album, by the time the third super dope trap album of that Friday comes around. Even if it's just as good as the other two, how hype are you to listen to that?
Yeah, that's real.
And I feel like that scenario is how this whole year kind of has been.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like a lot of good stuff came out, but it didn't get what it deserved because it was so much like the other good stuff that just happened to come out before it this year.
Yeah, and it's just I feel like it's weird. Like Roddy Ricch album came out. It was a good album.
Roddy's dope.
Yeah, it's dope. I had no idea he was from the West Coast.
Me either.
I thought he was from Atlanta. When I figured out he was from Compton,
I just know him from features.
Yeah, bro, because the way he sounds kind of like, he reminds me of like Thug. Me and B-Man was just talking about, he sounds like a Thug or, on that. And so I was like confused. It's just like, oh, this is different,
And that's dope.
It's dope.
Well, once you find that out about him, it adds to the dopeness of it.
But it's part of that, like, it's kind of hard to like to tell the difference between a lot of the stuff now, because everything kind of has the same. Everything's starting to blend together now, and it's just, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's like,
I think it's a bad thing, because even if everything blends together into something good, it's still just one thing.
Yeah.
And this whole culture was based off of the differences. You could go over here for this, you can go over here for that. It's like, imagine if all food just fused together into this one good type of food.
You're like, I'm sick of this.
Yeah, but you like, damn, I miss Chinese food and then Italian food and then
I want no more pizza.
Right. Yeah, just all countries came together, just made one type of food, but it was banging. But it's like, nah.
Rice and chicken. I feel like every country got rice, beans, and chicken.
Come on, man, you gotta have that.
Well, see, did y'all get a chance to ask that? Oh, what events are you shooting for the next? What quarter are you shooting for the next live event?
First.
Yeah, it's gonna be first.
Yeah, first quarter. Trying to start people off fresh out here in these streets.
Trizzy, you still testing out FL Verdict? Yeah. So I've been. It's weird because I definitely feel like I've told somebody like you could do everything in one DAW, but I'm so used to Ableton. I do all my melodies in Ableton and then just do the drums in FL. Because I came from, and somebody asked this earlier, and that's what I meant. I'm glad I thought about it. Someone asked, was it a sound difference between FL and Ableton? People say it ain't.
No, it is.
But it's something to Fruity Loops, dog. It's a difference, and I don't know how to explain it. The drums sound different. It knocks a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I can't. For me in Ableton, it's hard. I know people that can make their drums knock like that in Ableton, but for me, if you just drag them drums in FL, it's damn near there.
It's something to it, and like that's been the verdict since like 2009. Mm-hmm. Like, all right, man, something different going on with FL. Yeah.
Somewhere warm for the live event.
ATL. So no.
That's right.
No, it won't. It ain't the coldest though.
Yeah. I seen Realistic story, and he was talking about it was like 8 degrees. I'm like, bro, wherever you at, I'm not going.
Slim, you can keep all of that, bro.
Dog, I'm not going.
You can keep all of that. We had a question. Where do you? What are some of the areas you feel that producers are struggling with the most? Branding, marketing, placements, etc.
All of it. I feel like creativity. I feel like it's easy to make. Who was I listening to? He's a manager named Cash John, right? Mm-hmm. I really enjoy Cash because Cash is like, to me, he reminds me of like I don't want to say hood Tony Robbins, but he's very motivational, but he's very straight to the point. Like, and so I like when people are like straight to the point, but they're positive.
Right.
And he was talking about the cycle of placing records. He's like, so if you're hearing something that's 6 months behind.
Yeah.
And then you probably made it. So if you're chasing that sound that you're hearing on the radio, you're really chasing something that's really old.
Oh yeah, you're chasing last shit.
And I feel like that's become the newest. Like everybody's just chasing the stuff that's out already, and we keep getting this like weird cycle of music. You know what I mean? Of like everything sounds the same, everything, and then somebody breaks through with a new record, and everybody sounds like that person.
Start chasing that again.
Yeah,
for a year.
And I feel like if people just kind of stood more on their selves and like, all right, cool, I'm gonna take some more risk and like make these records, but I feel like that comes with building artists and developing, because most of us, when you hear a new sound, it comes with a new artist. Like now I hear all these DaBaby beats with the boom 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 boom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Open, super simple melodies, but that's because DaBaby introduced that to a lot of people. So I think people got to take more risk and like just not be so stuck on like, I'm gonna make this because this is working, like understand why that works and then make stuff based off of that science rather than the exact copy joint,
There you go. I think producers are really struggling in all of those areas equally, but creativity is first and foremost, because the music is first and foremost when it comes to whatever we do, and that is really the biggest thing you can do with music is develop your own sound. Like just have your own sound, or it don't have to be like extremely super left, but it should be something. My thing is people should contribute to the culture, and what happens now is a lot of producers just repackage the culture. You see what it is, and then you just boom, let me just repackage that. And that also led me to another topic that also sent me about drum kits and recycle drum kits.
Oh my god!
I saw a video. I think Ilma had put it out talking about that, and I happen to agree with him 100%. You know, it's just a lot of people out here. We talk about it all the time. A lot of people out here just taking some shit, repackaging the shit, and then putting it out. And just add to the culture. Like, this culture has done so much for you. Add to it. Don't just repackage it and steal from it. So salute to everybody that adds to the culture, and for everybody that's just stealing from it, like, go somewhere else.
They be using sounds like it's like a playlist. Like, oh, I like this snare. So I'm just pull this over to the playlist. Like, yo, it's like, yo, if you selling packs, you need to touch it. You need to,
that's a fact.
you need to like manipulate this. You can't just be taking bro. You know how many packs you get that same classic 808 clap and
bro,
the same. It's like, bro,
like, don't you want to be good at what it is that you say that you do?
Right.
That's my thing. Like, damn, you should be good at this.
Right. Beast Music said also A&Rs need not to look for the same shit. That's never gonna happen, bro. Because their jobs is to find a product.
Yeah, their job is to keep their job.
Yeah, exactly. But the job of the producer is to show them that the ideas that you got is the way.
Yeah,
that's what the difficult part is. It's like you can't just expect somebody to get your idea and your vision. You gotta kind of show them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's one thing to just play them some beats, but it's another thing if you got 20,000 plays on this and this artist is doing all these shows. Then it's like, oh.
Right.
All right. This works. You know what I mean? It's a different sell.
Facts.
Look at Billie Eilish. She's different and she's winning. I feel like it's easier in the pop world than
it is, and in the hip hop world.
Yeah.
It definitely is. But I mean, that's a good point. And you can't really be mad at A&Rs. You can't really be too mad at the labels because they are only looking for what they know worked already. No one's ever going to tell you they want something that they like. If it's something that they can't describe because they never heard it before, they can't tell you that that's the thing that they want. You have to show them the way. Like Trisha was saying, like you got to put it out there and then get them to come around to your vision and show them why this is the shit versus whatever they thought they wanted.
And go back to like Shark Tank. It was like whenever somebody be like, I got a product, but it ain't really made yet, they be like, are you not getting a deal? Unless it's unless the idea and they got a patent.
Yeah.
That's the only time.
And that's when they start fighting.
Yeah, that's the only time they get a deal. But I guarantee you, I can tell you who's going to win in Shark Tank every time. When they know their numbers, as soon as they be like, yo, what's your earnings? What's this? 9 times out of 10, and if they tell a story at the beginning or bottom, 9 times out of 10, they're going to get a deal.
Yo, that story goes a long way. Long way. Here's a really interesting question. Is it easier to get paid in the pop world versus the urban world?
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Way easier.
It is. I'm pretty sure there are problems with the pop world, but anything I've ever done that was pop, it paid
immediately.
It paid when it was supposed to pay. Paid like it was supposed to pay. There were no surprises. Shit just worked out. Now, do you think it's easier to get into the pop world versus
I think it's a little bit harder to get into it.
It is, but once you in there, it's a great place to be.
But it's a different style too, you know.
Yeah, it's different people. It's a whole different feel.
Man, I'm telling you, that changed my life. When I first went to LA and I was working, and it would be a bunch of pop sessions. We would all sit in a little circle. Everybody grab an instrument, and we'd get there 10 in the morning. Work on music till 6. Take a lunch break like it was a job. And you take your ass home. And
whatever they said was coming out, came out. Yeah. My first experience with that was working on the Christina Aguilera stuff. And I was like, yo, this is the shit.
Right. I love this.
Whoa.
Quintino starting, so he said, what exactly is pop? You know, that's
man, I can't do that.
Yeah, it's one of them things I feel like it's a slippery slope. But we know what pop is.
Yeah. Everybody understood that question, but yeah,
Yeah.
That's a question that we have on another day in the beginning of a show, because that's a loaded question.
Benny Blanco be low key as hell, but got Grammy noms, crazy plaques this year. Benny Blanco been killing for
Forever.
years. He comes from that Max
Max
Martin,
Martin. Mhm.
Dr. Luke, you know, which is Max Martin's like the pop guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
and he comes. You ever watch the documentary? It's called SWAT. It's Simon something. Man, if look it up, it's like SWAT producers. It's like an old documentary. It's like a British BBC joint, and they did like the Rick Astley "Never Gonna Give You."
Yeah.
They were like Max Martin, but for like the '80s, and they had a crazy run. And they
Killer.
taught him. So they taught Max Martin, and Max Martin taught Benny, and
It's a pop. That pop world definitely is more formulaic than the urban world, I feel. Well, they have more formulas and just better formulas. Yeah.
bro, all that like Britney Spears, Backstreet Boys, like that's all Max Martin, dog.
Killing.
Yo, me and B-Man was just talking, why are none of the other boy bands get no love? Like, we talk about NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. Nobody talks about O-Town. Nobody talks about 98 Degrees.
New Kids on the Block.
They might get some love because the older people.
Yeah, they kind of get it.
But I forgot about
O-Town.
I forgot about them, bro, until we was having this conversation.
How far up in time are we going? Because do we throw Day 26 in that mix?
Dang, they did Day 26 wrong, too.
Yeah.
Since you've been...
Day 26 had some jams.
Bro, they had some slaps, bro.
They had some jams. Damn, they said O-Town.
O-Town.
Woo!
Yo, ain't they bringing back Making the Band?
That's what I heard. I would love
This is the
to
perfect time.
Oh, man.
This is the perfect time.
I think we all need more Diddy in our timeline, too.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Diddy it up.
I enjoy that.
All right, now I'm just confused. Hold
Or we got the hotline over here.
on. Facts.
Please don't. Girl should be remade by Tory Lanez and Jeremiah.
I'll be right back.
Damn, Jonas Brothers. Damn, I forgot about the Jonas Brothers already. Dang, okay. Day 26 was hot. That they weren't on the Millennium Tour. Yeah, I ain't mad at that one. Because I don't really feel like they fit that mold. You know, I feel like that Millennium Tour is like B2K makes sense, which is crazy that they're not going to be on there. But shout out to Omarion for playing it like a G. Went and snagged Bow Wow. So I think it's a good... I don't know if I would go to a Millennium Tour, but they should have... All right, guys, check this out. We should make a Millennium Tour, but like the more ratchet version, and put like them Franchise Boys. I need Soulja Boy. Okay, who else I need in here? Cadillac Don, Peanut Butter Ice Cream, that dude. Who is also on that turn up ratchet stuff? You know what I mean? I need a Millennium Tour, but with that, we need D4L. Come on, who else is in that group? That's what I need. Man, I'm pulling up with a do-rag, a 6X tall tee. DJ Unk. Shout out to DJ Unk, man. I haven't seen him in years. When I first moved to Atlanta, I used to go to his house and work, man. And he was super cool. Let's see. Pretty Ricky. Yeah, if Pretty Ricky performing, that's not the place. Shout out to him. Shout out to Spectacular, though. Super good at business. Like, super great marketer. Has anybody checked out Beats by the Pound Studio Link VST? I have not. I'll ask Oracle. Someone said Fat Man Scoop got to be the hype man. Ooh, I don't know. We need Lil Jon on there, man. I need like an all crunk lineup. Like I need for it to be a metal detector at the door. You know what I mean? I need to be one of them vibes. You know what I mean? Like where you just gotta trust that it's gonna be safe in there. Yeah, that might be. Ooh, Shop Boys. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, man. Travis Porter. Come on, man. We need that. Ooh, Youngbloods. It's me, a.k.a. a Shaw 3. It was necessary. The Youngbloods had that. What happened to the Youngbloods? Lil Scrappy? Man, Lil Scrappy had some records, too. And Young Jock. Ooh, Young Jock would be a good addition on that. Pastor Troy. Ooh. See, man, we need to make this happen while y'all playing. Pastor Troy come out, vice versa. Oh man, it's going down. Ooh, Crime Mob. Yeah. I feel like Crime Mob. I can't wait till like I'm like old. I'm like 60 years old, and they're playing like our oldies records, and they're just playing Nuck If You Buck. Like I'm really looking forward to that time in my life where I'm showing my my grandkids like, yo, this is how you throw them bows. You know what I mean? Let's see, Bubba Sparks throw Timbo in there. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Bro, another person. Bubba Sparks had some records, bro. Miss J, man, she had records. Tim had some good artists, man. It's this girl that Tim had signed to her named Kylie Dean, and she had some records. Chambers said, "This is what happened when you leave Trizza to run the podcast." Oh, it gets ratchet. We talking about all Mystical. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at Mystical. I'm not mad at Bone Crusher. Oh, Boys in the Hood. Yeah, we need Jody Breeze in there. Little Jody Breeze in there.
Hey man, hey Joe, I did a Jody Breeze song.
Me and him used to stay in the same apartments.
For real?
Yeah, I used to see him all the time.
Shout out to Jody Breeze.
Yo, what's that? Oh, what's his name? B-Man in here. Oh, Junie Boom Data.
Sorry, what now?
It's a man. I'm making my Ratchet Millennium tour, and I'm picking like I said,
Junie Boom Data.
Junie Boom Data. If y'all look at him, he had a song called "What's Up with the Cookies." It was a slap though.
All that shit sound like it's from a movie.
It was a slap though. I ain't gonna front.
What's up with the cookies? How'd it go?
Hurricane Chris. Oh, what's up with the cookie? What's up with the cookie? Don't act like that.
Oh, 666 Mafia with Gangsta Boo?
Oh yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Nah, definitely not mad at that.
Is Juicy J and DJ Paul cool again?
I wouldn't say I heard them say that they.
I hope so.
Was alright.
I hope so. Let's see. Nobody talks about ATL Legend, the Witch Doctor. Ooh, he brought it back.
Yeah, we took it back.
Paul Wall, man, I want to see Mike Jones, Paul Wall, and Slim Thug do.
Yep.
Bruh. Guess who creeping? Guess who calling? Still balling in the mix.
Mike Jones.
Nah, that song is iconic.
Wait.
I wanted to move to Texas, bro. Hearing that song.
Somebody said Rich Boy.
Yo,
What?
that album,
one of the greatest.
that album is a classic, bro.
Oh, that's a fact, bro. Rich Boy had one of the most fire albums ever.
I feel like that's why me and you initially got really cool too, because I'm a really big fan of Brian.
Yep.
And then I figured out that you knew Brian. I was like, oh
Yep.
shit, like
Exactly.
I was like, oh shit. Man,
Oh man, good shit.
Plies.
Yeah. Somebody said Crime Up, Plus.
I'm telling you, bro, we need to put that together, bro. The Millennium Tour, but just all the
Dog. It's gonna be a lot of people fighting unnecessary. Lil Flip. Wow.
Yeah, I can leave Lil Flip. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah. Petey.
Rich from Anywhere, what's poppin', yo?
Petey Pablo. Rich from Anywhere. What's happening?
Shout out yeah, we gotta get Rich from Anywhere on there. They on tour out here.
I seen them.
Spreading the knowledge. We gotta get them on the show, man.
What's the name of their tour? It's a fire name too. Shame on me for not remembering. But I do remember.
I feel like I know it, but I don't want to say it and be wrong.
Yeah, it's a fire name.
Yeah, put it in the chat. But yeah,
Please do.
If y'all want some good marketing advice, go follow Rich from Anywhere.
Oh yeah, crazy.
These are the people when I got questions, I hit them up.
Oh, they know. They definitely know.
Sound advice.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Jeezy the Snowman.
Man, we got the Rapids.
Okay, cool.
But man, you got any plugs?
Man, check out the Hood Millennium Tour coming 2025, sponsored by Trizza. We bringing all these artists together.
There you go.
And then
sponsored by Jameson.
Yeah,
Not the company, just that bottle of Jameson.
just that one.
Just that one bottle.
Everybody gonna get a shot and go on stage.
There you go. Get there fast. Shots will sell out quick.
No, really go to producerkid.com, man. Custom voice tags is going crazy. Been churning them joints out. And then a bunch of samples on there, man. Loop hacks from everybody. Rico Love, Diego Ave, Ayo and Keys. So something for everybody.
Facts, man. A shout out to AO and Keys and us.
Man.
We got a loop on what's called his album? What's homie's name?
Don
Tolliver.
He signed to Travis Scott.
Yeah, exactly. That song's kind of fire too.
Yeah, it's always dope hearing like a loop from a pack and a song.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts, man. So shout out to them. Shout out to us too. Also, this weekend, check out soundracle.net. You already know what it is. Up and down, drums, loops, mixing services. Get you some chairs, some dope gear. You already know what it is. If you don't know what it is, sign up for my mailing list. Write my link on Instagram, and I'll make sure you know what it is.
Bet.
Yeah, man. So great show, brother. And awkward walk though.
Oh yeah. Let's freestyle.